Peter, welcome to South Shields Football Club.
Again,
yeah.
again,
I mean,
yeah.
you're also getting used to the place by now.
Frequent visitor.
And what do you make of the place and the facilities and the whole welcome that you get when you come here?
Nah, it's fantastic. Obviously, I know the chairman, Jeff, I think he's away at the moment. When I think Graham Fenton was manager and then Kevin took over. Kevin had, got him promoted and then obviously moved on. And then Uli Araka, another lad I know very, very well. So it's great, and it's a great football club, and the facilities are fantastic. So it's always great coming here, always great coming back.
You mentioned Kevin Phillips and Julio Arca, two of your former players, both taking their first managerial roles here.
Yeah.
Does it fill you with a lot of pride to see some of your former players taking the first steps?
Well, you got to start somewhere, and both of them have done coaching roles. So the next one is the manager role, which is different and more difficult. So, but no matter where you are as a manager, it's a difficult job, and both of them up to now have done well in the management. So yeah, I'm delighted for them. Delighted. Two good lads.
And as you say, starting at a lower level compared to where they were as a player, but I guess that shows how much they love the game, doesn't it?
Both of them were in love with the game, yeah. Both of them were really good trainers, outstanding footballers. You know, different types of footballers, as everyone knows, but really top footballers, top professionals, and you can't beat that. And it's a great example for the players that they work with, because you know, if you look at somebody and you think he's done it, that doesn't mean to say, you know, there's people who haven't played football who are successful, but I think it gives you that little edge.
You mentioned that you're a frequent visitor to South Shields, but obviously a frequent visitor to the North East in general. It must feel like almost a second home to you, given everything you've achieved here.
Well, I'm a scouser, obviously. Lancashire lad. Lancashire's my cricket team. Durham's my second cricket team. I was up in the Ramside Hall on Sunday, Bobby Saxon's 80th birthday. Every time I come up, I have a great time. I always go in Romano's just down the road, because it's a great restaurant, and I've got lots of friends here. Great people, and I love coming to visit.
And the fact that the place loves the football as well must make it even more special.
I mean, it's a fantastic area for football. You know, with working class people. Class people. That's what they are, and they love the football, and I love my football, so it's always great coming up.
And of course, tonight a bit of a rivalry between yourself and Kevin Keane, ex-Newcastle Sunderland manager. How well do you get on away from it, and how much do you enjoy these events?
I mean, Kevin's a wee bit older than me, but I played against him when I think it was at Bolton Wanderers. He was at Newcastle United, and don't tell him we beat him 2-1 at Burnden Park. But he's a great friend of mine, great character. He was a great player, and he was a great manager as well.
In many ways, was his sort of time at Newcastle an inspiration for you when you went into your jobs at Sunderland and Man City and places like that?
Well, when I was at Man City, my first job, and then when I got the Sunderland job, he was at Newcastle. Brian Robson was at Middlesbrough, and it was tough competing with them, especially Kevin at Newcastle jumping. It was really difficult, but in the end, we had 3 top clubs in the North East, and I can't wait for the 3 clubs to be back in the Premier League where they belong.
You know, I guess the way that Sunderland are going at the minute, it might not be too long until they are there.
Sunderland have done well. I mean, Borough have had a bit of a iffy start, but I think Michael Carrick will get it right. So yeah, Sunderland. I mean, Tony Mowbray's done a brilliant job. Young players, getting them playing exciting football, and the job he's done has been absolutely outstanding. Fingers crossed, Premiership.
And just finally, word on Julio, off his first managerial role. Have you got any tips for him in his first job?
I think you've got to do it yourself. You know, you've got to have your own way of managing. He was a very intelligent fella, and he'll get his players, and he'll get the best out of them. That's all you can do. If you get the best out of your players, that's all you can do. And I think Julio will do that.